Okay, we need to solve this equation. Let me bring it on down here for us. Square root of, I'm going to make it an x. Doesn't matter what letter you use, but I think like x's. All right. So we're supposed to solve this thing. How do we, so this is a new situation. So how do you solve a square root with an equal sign? That's what we're talking about. We have a square root and we have an equal sign. So, you know, there's this wall of separation here. And what we're wanting to do is get x all alone. That's what it means to solve. X is saying, I want to be all alone. So get rid of this root thing. Get rid of this 12 so that I can be all alone. That's what it means to solve for x. Get x all alone. Get everything off of x. Get this root off of x. Get this 12 off of x so that x could be alone. Okay. And whatever we do to one side, we do to the other. So the first thing is, how do we get rid of a root? How do we get rid of that? We got to get that root off of x. How do we get that root off of x? We've never done that before. We've never gotten rid of a root. Well, step one, you're going to second. Well, here, let me just write it. Parenthesis 2 power, parenthesis 2 power. Both sides. So notice I'm going to come in here and go boom, boom, 2 power, boom, boom, 2 power. Like that, right? We're doing the same thing to both sides. The right side's easy. It's just 6 squared, so that's just 36. Huh? What happens on the left side? Well, if you think about it, what does a 2 mean? In fact, yeah, let me write it even slower, just to be super clear. It means 6 times 6, which, like we said, is 36. It's 2 of them, right? A 2 means 2 of them, of course. Okay. Well, then it's the same thing on the other side. Oops, I had my tool on. Let's try it again. Give. All right. So the other side, it also means 2 of them, doesn't it? You with me? Right? That's what a 2 power means. 2 of them. 2 of them. Okay, well, yeah, but what's 2 of these? Well, remember what we've learned about square roots. What have we learned? What's the square root of 9? It's, of course, 3. Why? Because really, that's 2 3s. It's 2 for 1, isn't it? What's the square root of 7 times the square root of 7? Well, that's the square root of 49, which is plain 7. Right. Why? Because 2 7s inside lead to 1 7 outside, don't they? Remember the fundamental primary understanding of what a square root does. It's a 2 for 1 deal at Target or wherever, you know? 2 7s inside under a root lead to 1 7 outside of the root. That making sense? Are you seeing what I'm saying there? So that's what square roots are about. 2 for 1, 2 inside leads to 1 outside. So 2 7s inside leads to 1 7 outside. So, okay, so what? What am I talking about 7s? Well, look over here. What do we have? 2 x plus 12s inside is going to lead to 1x plus 12 outside. 2 inside leads to 1 outside. For big old x plus 12 things or for simple little 7s, the rule remains the same. That's what I love about math. The rules never change. They're logical, they're true, and as long as you follow the truth, you'll get the right answer. Violate logical truth and you will not get the right answer. Does that make sense? To see how that's exact. And what did we do? We got rid of the root. No more root. That's how we got rid of the root. We just made there be 2 of them, and then we did the 2 for 1. That's how you get out of a root. 2x plus 12s inside leads to 1x plus 12 outside, just like 2 7s inside leads to 1 7 outside, or 2 3s inside leads to 1 3 outside. That's what we've been doing all the time for square roots. They're a 2 for 1 deal. So make there be 2 of them inside, and that'll lead to 1 of them on the outside. Now it's piece of cake, isn't it? Now you just subtract the 12. color there, from both sides, like so. And boom, boom. X is 24. There it is, right? X is 24. And we solved it. So we'll go click 24. That's the answer. Now, so that's step 2, solve for X, which we just did right there. So step 1, 2 power both sides. Step 2, solve for X. Now, I do want to mention that there's one, we're technically done, but there's one more thing. It sounds contradictory. How are we done? But there's one more thing. What are we talking about? Step 3, any problem that starts with a root and an equal, which we had, right? We had a root and an equal from the beginning. You must check the answer by plugging in to the original. Into the original. You must. It's not just a, hey, that's a good idea, but it's okay if you don't. No, you must, because this method, false answers are possible. False answers may happen. So false answers may happen on any problem starting with the square root. So you must check the answer. How do you check? So that's step 3. Check X equals 24. How am I going to check it? With the original. So you grab the original right here. Oops. There's the original, which was the square root of X plus 1 equals 6, right? And then you're going to plug in 24 right there for X. Wait, was that the original? Oh no, X plus 12. I wrote it wrong. X plus 12. There we go. Plug in the 24. Okay. And then what do you get? This will be 24 plus 12 equals 6. Right? I just plugged in the 20. We're saying X equals 24 is the answer, which means plug in 24 should make it true. Does it? Yeah. Well, let's see. It's the square root of, that's 36. 24 and 12 is 36. What's the square root of 36? Well, yeah, it's 6. Check. It works. See how X really does work? I'm sorry, X 24. X being 24 really does work on this problem. When you plug in X is 24 for X, and work out the problem, the left side and right side are exactly equal. 6 equals 6. It's true. 24 is the real answer. So what do we do when we have a square root with an equals? We parenthesis 2 power both sides, making there be 2 of them. And 2 in leads to 1 out. Then solve for X. And then check your answer, because you can get false answers with this method. You have to remember, you can get false answers. And it worked, so it's a good answer, 24. There we go.